So my husband built me these raised beds last week. I had this soils left over from a planting project last year, so I'm letting it dry out while we have a nice sunny day here. Got some old sunflower stalks from last year that I left over winter for any little critters that wanted to make a winter home in there. Got some leaves in here, some compost. Chose Coast of Maine, and I was gonna let this dry out before I put it in, and I will get some potting soil as well, maybe some peat moss and perlite, some additional to mix in there as well. Gonna grow some vegetables in here this year. Unfortunately, my soil in the ground has high lead content. I did a soil test a couple of years ago, and that's just what it is. It is a decent amount of work to fill raised beds, and it costs a decent amount to put quality soil in there. It's going to try to go all organic, but right now this is what I'm working with. Some roses and some nepeta down there at the bottom coming in. I haven't done any spring pruning yet, but they're looking healthy so far. This is a little planter shaded area that I made last year. Got some old stuff still in here that I'll replace that were annuals, but I do have some yarrow coming in a couple of these pots. Got some pretty moss with some astilbe that's looking good. Got another little astilbe in here. Some more yarrow. Definitely grow yarrow in pots for me. I don't want to take over my whole garden, so that's why I keep it in the pots over here, and it does well in this little shaded, partially sunny area. Got another astilbe and a hosta coming up in there. This is a ostrich fern in the middle. It hasn't fully started to come to life yet. I can see a little bit of new growth coming in there. And just a little moss around it. Keep the soil moist. Got a little hoot grass starting. Maybe this is the ostrich fern now that I'm thinking of it. I think that is. You can see that new growth coming in. Another astilbe. Not sure if anything's left in here. Yeah, there's a few things popping up. I think maybe some more hosta. Yeah, definitely hosta. Moss. And this I did last year, and I was really happy here. I had some moss on the ground that I transplanted into this old bird bath that I pulled out of a property that I was working on a project. And it's really come to life over the winter. I hope that it continues to do so. And maybe I'll collect some more different varieties. I knew that these did well because that's where they were growing, on the ground over here. So I knew that they would be happy. Put this fence in last year, so I have a lot more growing area that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be hosting my best friend's bridal shower. And I'm going to grow some more cut flowers along the fence here, plop some pots in. Give a little color right now, and I'll probably fill those in. This is a Miskin lilac. Buds are starting to come in. This is a knockout sunny rose, blooms yellow. Some Shasta daisies back there. A few iris, a few lilies. I don't like a ton. I'll probably even transplant some of those this year. There's a variegated iris in there that I like. Some more knockout roses. I love roses. Labor of love. Just planted a bunch of clover seed. As you can see, my grass is non-existent. I live by the water, so got pretty sandy soil here. This is my cut flower garden. We've got some chives growing in. There's lots of tulips. This is the time, it's starting to green up. You can see a couple random peonies in here. in here. Gate's getting stuck, as usual. Let's just hop the fence. This started as just grass. Definitely just a grassy area. And put this fence in. I think it's grown a little bit. Put this edging in last year to keep the walkway a little more condensed and in line. Hopefully this will be a water fountain this year. It never happened last year. Got a rogue tulip in the path that I'll definitely just let hang out there. Got some clematis growing in, some hollyhocks. This will be their second year, so I'm really hoping to get some pretty blooms on those. Got some honeysuckle in the middle here and some more clematis. Peony, some salvia. There's some bee balm that's just starting here. I can't see in my shade now. Rhode tulip. So excited to start seeing the buds on the tulips. I'm always grateful that I have some fenced in here. I did not plant pretty much anything in my garden last year besides annual seeds. I'm still running my gardening business and was just really burned out doing it for other people. So I'm excited for this year that I'm not doing it every day professionally. And I can just hang out more in my garden and just show you guys what I do. Have fun with plants. Like I said, I will be growing some vegetables. Here's some poppies. This garden gets filled with poppies. I'm hoping that I didn't overseed any this winter, but definitely had a bunch reseed last year. So hopefully that'll be in full swing, probably May, June. That's one of the stalks that I didn't take out because there's a few little poppies already growing underneath it, and I decided I would just cut it down so I didn't disturb them. Same thing with these couple stalks over here. That's where the bee balm is coming in. So I definitely blow this garden out with zinnias, dahlias, pretty much anything else I find at the nurseries that call to me, and a ton more annual seeds. I cut flowers from this all year, all season, and I really enjoy giving them to my neighbors, my friends, my work people, and yeah, let's go to the front yard. So this is along my side street here. This is my neighbors. So instead of having grass along right here, I put a bunch of different bulbs and plants in here. A lot of daffodils, some more hollyhocks. This is New Dawn rose, it's climbing rose, light pink. Got a lot of forget-me-nots in here. I started those last year and I really love the blue. Nepeta, maybe some snapdragons are gonna come back from last year. It looks like mostly forget-me-nots that I can see right now. Little lavender, see if it survives. Lavender's been iffy here lately. You can see some of my other climbing rose from my wedding on the other side. I have the love rose. Get some purple anemones coming up. It's snow in summer. Montauk daisy, I cut that back a few times a year. So I can keep it there. Another pretty peony coming up. Another peony, some more roses. Some more honeysuckle. We'll see what happens with this year. I plant this arbor. This arbor is also from my wedding. Tim and I got married underneath this. And there's our little rose sign that I made. Some more peonies. I absolutely love peonies. Put as many as I can in here. Some tulips someone gave me, my mom. I'm gonna plant the bulbs for next year. Put some pansies in here, flower boxes. Get a little color in there. These boxwoods have just been in here since I moved here. I do a seasonal display in my mailboxes. It's a little lackluster right now, but Tim built that. Candy Tuft's looking pretty. This is a light lilac rose that I got last year at Aldi for like maybe $10. And it said it wasn't hardy here, but it made it through the winter and it's looking happy. Got some foxglove. That one should bloom this year. Some phlox. Look the other way, so we'll shadow here. I don't remember which variety of lavender this is, but this Dusty Miller survived a couple seasons. Got another rose. Some more thyme. Some more peony. You can even see some gladiolas starting to come up already. May take those grasses out back there. Those have self-seeded themselves there. I think it's... can't remember. There's things all hidden in this garden. There's a little bit of salvia coming in. Some sedum. I really just jammed this full. This is an Atlas rose. I absolutely adore this rose. It smells so sweet and beautiful. It's very feminine. Got some creeping thyme. These are crazy Shasta daisies, I'm gonna say. And this bee balm's looking happy this year. We'll see how it does. It has not done like wonderfully in any of my gardens. I'm not sure if it takes like a long time to establish or what. That'll be a pretty hibiscus in a few months. And that's pretty much it for the front. I'm gonna do some more transplanting this year. Like I said, I didn't do anything last year. This is a really pretty Iktop peony. I'll show you some pictures of that once it blooms. Some 9 barks that need some pruning. And this is the Ivy Halo dogwood that I wanted to transplant sooner, but it didn't happen. I mistakenly planted some blue dune grass over here when I first moved in here. And just got a couple herbs here, some sage and some chives are coming back. My parsley actually overwintered too, which I was surprised about. And of course I let the moss do its thing in here too, because I just love moss, it's so pretty. So anyway, I think I might transplant. There's a tarp under here, so because I killed off the blue dune, I want to pull it up and make sure that it's dead under there. It took me a whole year to not do anything over here and just look at it just being blank, which is hard for me because I love to plant plants. I'm not sure what this area is going to be. It might just be shrubs, might be more flowers, might be vegetables. I'm not really sure. But I'm excited that I'm excited to design something because I really hadn't felt that in a couple years, specifically last year. So, big area, does face west, but I have these pretty big maple trees here from my neighbor's yard that blocks a lot of the afternoon sun. So, we'll see. I'll definitely share that with you. This is a viburnum I planted a while back. So pretty. In the spring, and I think it'll look nice next to that red twig dogwood. I think I'm going to plant that somewhere over here. You can actually see my chick's lamp in the window there. Yeah, I have a couple climbing roses over here, but I have to transplant them. I just haven't done it. These are, I have to think, they're not New Dawn. They're like New Dawn, but the flowers are bigger. These didn't flower last year, and I knew they weren't going to. I just really didn't have anywhere to put them because we were building the fence. And again, not motivated. So I'm glad they survived the winter and that they're doing well. I think I'll just move this one maybe in the pots. I'm not sure. These are cotton plants. Got those for a master gardener last year, and I liked them. I saved the pods. Might do something creative with those. And they're just back to the backyard. Thanks for watching, and I definitely want to share more of my gardening journey with you this year. It's been something I wanted to do for the last 5 years since I created this property and gardens here, but like I said, right time to do it now. I'm wondering if you're planning your gardens, what you have coming up, if you enjoy gardening. I absolutely love it. It's a peaceful, therapeutic practice for me. I love picking and choosing the plants. It's kind of placing them wherever I want to, as long as I know that whether they need sun or shade and how much care they need. I just experiment, and that's how I have fun with gardening. I think a lot of people take it pretty seriously, and I took it pretty seriously when I was doing it for work. I just really want to take life a lot less seriously. It's too much pressure, too much wanting to do everything right, and takes so much of the joy out of the process. So I definitely invite you just to have fun with gardening this year and see where it takes you.